Welcome everyone to our webinar today, Grow with G Suite. We're going to focus on some new G Suite features launching throughout the month of June. Some you may already see as you log in, some may be coming to you in the next couple of weeks. My name is Sarah Gasverick. I'm glad to join you today. I am a change manager with Agosto, focusing on end user impact of changes. So glad to be able to join with you together today for our look at a couple of core feature changes. So we're going to start off with showing you a new feature in Gmail called Quick Settings. We'll take a brief moment to look at how we can now, within Gmail, direct access Meet, and then we'll round out with some updates to chat that allows organizations to chat outside of their walls or domain, if you will, if that's a feature your organization is going to allow. We won't take too much time with any of these items, but we just want to give you a nice preview of some of these new possibilities. So without further ado, let's pop in and show you what's happening with Gmail this month. Top right-hand corner of Gmail, there is a gear that gets us into settings. And in the past, we moved directly into seeing all site settings without having an opportunity to preview some of the basics. What we're going to see now is a quick view of some of the core changes a user might want to make for overall inbox view, and the opportunity to see previews directly from this view. So if I wasn't sure what compact meant from a density standpoint, all I need to do is click on that and I can see the result change immediately. I can select a theme and just catch the possibilities of what that might look like. And if I'm not a fan, easily toggle back to where I was before. I'll have the opportunity to perhaps sort and arrange things differently. Like maybe I want to see all of my starred messages first from a grouping perspective, followed by everything else. That's kind of a cool look and feel, and something I might not have explored before as a user when it wasn't as easy from a toggling on and off standpoint. Of course, one of our user favorites is the ability to have reading panes that would split our inbox a bit, so that we can have some content segmented on the right-hand side of our screen. So we see that bit more of that preview. We can move it below the inbox as well, just based on our preference and style. Of course, we still have that ability to, customize things a bit more with dragging as well. But nice to see that we've got that ability right here to activate that. And then, of course, that opportunity to maintain conversation view or disable it as needed. We think that this will be a really important feature for you all as you think about new hires that may be joining your team. If they haven't used Gmail before, this is going to be a nice 3-minute opportunity for them to customize their view experience of their Gmail inbox, give them just a little bit more of a welcoming feeling as they transition from maybe being familiar with a different email system in the past. Just like we have in the past, we still are going to be able to see all settings and go much deeper with our configuration, of course. You see that broader view of settings, but it's nice to know that we've got that quick settings preview now available. We're going to look at settings just a little bit more as it relates to chat and Meet here in just a moment, but I'm going to go back to my standard inbox view for a second and move us to our next topic, which is the fact that we now have Meet available on the left-hand side of our Gmail view. I can click to easily start a meeting directly from my Gmail account, which is quite convenient, right? I can go in then from this view and toggle on my settings and get ready to join and present as well. If I am receiving a code to join a meeting from somewhere else, they also have a quick launch point for that. A meeting code from Meet is this end section here. After it says meet.google.com, it would be whatever else follows in terms of letters from a coding standpoint. So I want to show you that. Let me just pop back over. If I wasn't starting a meeting, but instead wanting to join someone's meeting, they're going to share that code over with me, and I could embed that right here into my pop-up code to help my meeting get started. Another cool hint that's always been out there, but kind of goes hand in hand with that quick change is just a reminder that you can always open up your own window by going to meet.google.com. As you can see, that address is at the top when I used those links to get there. Some users at the start of a day like to just open up a tab in Chrome direct to get y'all into Meet. And when I do that, I'm going to see quick links to start or join meetings that are already on my schedule. So rather than going into my calendar and joining from there, another opportunity I have to join meetings easily is just to click right on into, let's say, my budget review meeting that's scheduled for this particular time. So that can be quite convenient for us, a nice little time saver as we go forward. Okay, so back to Meet and settings that I want you to be aware of. I'm going to go ahead and just briefly pull into my more detailed settings through going into See All Settings. And I want to point out that there's now a new tab in our settings called Chat and Meet that allows us to configure that view. So if you're not a fan, try it. I think you might like it of having that Meet section on the left-hand side of your Gmail account. But if you're not a fan, do know that you can now also hide the Meet section from being in that main menu on the left-hand navigation. So some nice flexibility with Meet that we wanted to make you aware of. And we're just going to round out our new features with Gmail with talking a little bit about chat. Many of you are familiar with chat. You perhaps have been using chat for a really long time. Whether you're used to leveraging it, from your sidebar here within Gmail, or you've been going into chat.google.com. It's a great tool, right? It helps us to communicate with other users. But we now have the ability, if our organization allows it, for us to chat externally with people who are outside of our organization. I can add in those users to begin my chat up here in the top left-hand corner. And I can also create spaces for those external chats to occur. So I might want to just create a room that is designated for me as a zone I go into when I'm going to talk with, let's say, an external vendor or an external partner. So I might say that I'm working on ABC project, and that's going to be with some external vendors and partners. So I'm going to choose then to allow people from outside of my organization to join into that chat room. I'm going to go ahead and create that space for myself. It'll just be a nice visual reminder for me that'll go right on into that particular project. And it's designated that external chatting is allowed for me there. And then from here, I can add in those people that I want to have that conversation with. So if I know I want to reach out to Nick and he is external, I'll see those internal contacts for Nick, but I can see here designated that I've got an external contact. He's the one I want to add. So I could go ahead and select to add him, but that nice visual for me that I would be chatting with him and that he's outside of my organization, right, as I send over that invite. So I'm going to go ahead and just zip that over to him. Google is doing a nice job for me of giving me a little alert that he's outside of my organization, just really giving me that peace of mind that I want to be careful not to share critical, sensitive information in this channel, but just the right types of information relating to this particular project. So I'm going to confirm that, yes, indeed, he is the right person. He's external. He's now been invited. And he can accept that invitation, and then we can begin using that chat feature, even if we're parts of two different organizations. So that was a quick look, team, at a few new features that are going live in June. Based on your organization, you may see some of these things already. Some may be coming in the days ahead. If you have some additional questions or you need some additional training assistance on these items or similar G Suite items, we'd love to hear from you. You can reach out to us at training@agosto.com or sales@agosto.com, and we'll get back to you shortly. Thanks so much for joining. Have a great rest of your day.